All right, so I'm recording now. So those of you who are not on, you can check this out later. But it is August 5th. I cannot believe it's August already. Oh, that's like almost time, a month away, and our little baby will be here, hopefully sooner. But okay, so I don't have a ton to talk about tonight, but more like checking in with you and asking you guys some questions on kind of how you're doing, sharing something cool about talking about your story, and a couple shout outs that I have because I realize that I don't do that enough, and some people are doing awesome things in our group. So I have to look at my notes to make sure I remember everybody. But okay, so I was going to do Team Cup first, but we'll go after so that way I can check in with you guys. So the first thing, I'm going to screenshot our calendar again really quickly so that we can see everything.
How do I mute myself? Oh, no.
There should be like a little button for you to mute. I'm not sure how I mute all of you guys, but okay. So in our team page, you guys should see. Can y'all see this? Shake your head yes if you can. Yeah. Okay. So here's our team calendar again. Remember a couple weeks ago, I had posted one early on last month, and then we kind of got, we had so many things going on in this group because this month has been a little different because we've got 2 groups going on, and really it'll be 3 by the end of the month because we'll have the free group as well. So I kind of retweaked it and made it a little bit more manageable, if you will. So we are here today on the 5th having our team call. And I have the team call set to have one every day this month just because we have a lot going on. We have our open house starting a little bit earlier this month. But I'll let you know if we end up canceling or if you can't join, since usually we do every other week, and that's totally fine. But a ton of you are here today, which is awesome. So we'll just plan to have a quick little chime in, and that way, we've had so many new coaches coming in that'll be a great way if you guys just want to pop on and ask questions. Totally fine. So heading into tomorrow, remember, always really try to utilize, especially because we have the Team Cup this month, try to utilize Tuesday and Thursdays as days to really share about coaching. Tuesday can be about it doesn't have to be blatantly about coaching, but it can be about your transformation related to fitness or related to how you've transformed as a person since beginning to start coaching, and it could be something huge or it could be something really little. There's financial aspects, there's just internal aspects of how you feel. I know that you all probably feel some kind of change, and that kind of thing. And then, Thursday is always a throwback Thursday. That's a great day to share about a transformation as well, or share about how your life used to be, or, just anything about coaching. So those are great ways to make sure that you're kind of putting out there what you're doing, even though it's not your full-time job. It's still good to let people know what you're doing. And that's the kind of thing that's going to spark interest in people when you start sharing about the open house. So this month, we usually have our open house this 3rd week, but because of not only the Team Cup, but also because of the 19th. This is your last day to qualify in rank. So again, to clarify, if you are pushing to be a diamond coach or an emerald coach, I think that's the only 2 ranks we have right now in our team. You need to be that rank by the 19th at midnight Eastern time. So that means that if you're pushing for emerald, you need your 2 coaches, one on the left and one on the right. You need to make sure that your profile is set up. So that means, you have your before and after pictures up. Your profile is, there's been like some ambiguity between how done it really needs to be. Mine's only done like 70% of the way, as far as having before and after pictures, the workouts that they ask you to do on there, all those things that they have you do at the very beginning of your new coach's training. So you just want to check back in there, and you can check and make sure that you're good to go by going into your back office. You can go to My Business and then go to My Lead Qualification Status. And when you click in there, you will see all green yeses if you're good to go, and you'll see not green nose, red nose if you're not good to go. And there will be a no underneath. Gosh, it says coach something. Does anyone want to remind me what it is? I can't remember what it is. It's only for Diamond though. Coach connection, I think is what it is. And that, is that it? Someone said something. No. Okay. But
yes, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm having trouble unmuting.
I know. Okay, so coach connection, and that is only when you're diamond. So if you have a red no there, that's okay. Everything else is good. So that was for emeralds. Diamonds, that are pushing, you need 4 coaches on each side, and one of them needs to be emerald on each side. So there are 2 of you who I'm about to shout out that are really super close and will most definitely probably hit it by then. So that's important too. And the other option, or the other thing that you need to have done by the 19th, if you're really pushing for that rank to get those leads, is to make sure that you hit Success Club. So Success Club 5, remember, gets you just free customers. And then Success Club 10 is where you get Shakeology leads. I've already gotten 3 Shakeology leads this week since this whole entire month began. So that's like free money, basically, or free customers and free people who are buying either a challenge pack, or they're buying just Shakeology packets, or they're buying samplers, or whatever it may be. So that's a really great plus to being at least emerald or above. And then once you become emerald or diamond, then remember you're benefiting from that volume bonus. So just a little tidbit on that. So into this next week, throughout the rest of the end of this week, just be continuing to post and share about everything that you're doing. Try to make one post about coaching. Just anything as little, even my post today about my dog, about today was totally crazy, but I would not have even been able to do it if I, wasn't coaching, something like that. It can be thrown in very nonchalantly. And then by this weekend, you want to start sharing that we're going to do an open house. So if you were with us last month, you might have either been able to post about it, or you were a member in it. So you know what it's like to be on the other side, which is awesome. And that's just going to be a 3 or 4 day. We're going to start it either on Tuesday or Wednesday. And it's going to be short because I want for you guys to be able to be talking to people and inviting some people in, especially if you're pushing to hit this goal of emerald by the 19th, which so many of you are close. I'm about to shout out a lot of people who could be emerald tomorrow if they wanted to be. But if you're waiting for a business builder, then that's a really awesome goal, because that means for the whole entire month of September, you'll be getting all of those free leads. And remember, you get Success Club points every time you sign up a coach as well, which is awesome. So, okay, that's it about the calendar. Just we're going to focus on the next kind of 2 weeks. If you want, some girls are planning on doing their free group this week, the 17th through the 21st, and some are planning to do it this last week. It is completely up to you what you want to do. This entire calendar is editable. So remember, you can file and make a copy, and you'll just rename it and save it for yourself. And you can change some of the things in here. You can change the dates of different groups that you do. If you feel like it's too soon to do a group here and you want to do it at the end, or vice versa, totally up to you. This is just kind of a guideline so that you have something to go through, but it's not like you have to do this. It's just kind of what I'm doing. So if you want to know what I'm doing, then that's, just sharing it with you. Okay, any questions about that really quickly so that I can move on? No? Okay, cool. The other thing I wanted to share with you is making sure that you are in the Beachbody Champions page. Y'all, this page is gold. It is awesome. So I posted this earlier on last week when we got into the Team Cup and everything that we were going to be signing up for when we did the Team Cup. But you need to go and join this page. It's called Beachbody Champions. And I went ahead and I screenshotted this post that I wanted to share with you. That made it kind of blurry, about sharing your story. So some of you might have, that might be the hardest part for you. That was kind of hard for me when I became a coach. If you've watched any of my videos about my story, I did not invite people into coaching for quite a while, probably a month or so in, because I was so nervous. I'm like, I don't know what to say to people. So this is just a really cool post that Keyshawn Graves, she is the manager for the Southwest region or Southeast region. So I had met with her, and she's going to be meeting actually with some of the Georgia coaches here in October, which is really cool. But she just is kind of there to give us awesome tips on how to be successful coaches. And so I encourage you to join that page and go look at the couple things that she's shared this week as we've kind of started off the Team Cup. She's giving daily tips every single day, and they're really, really helpful. So this one I just wanted to share with you really quickly about how to kind of craft your story. She talks about what first drew you to Beachbody, what convinced you it was the right choice, what are your goals, and what do you hope Beachbody will do for you in the future. Sometimes it's hard to kind of pinpoint things that you need to share about your story, but those are just kind of good things to kind of ask yourself and to be able to help you kind of articulate what you like about coaching, what you like, why did you get into it? Who made you feel like it was the right choice? What was it, your family? Was it the person who signed you up? Is it because you want to get out of a horrible job, or because you need more money for your family, or, whatever it may be. And it helps you to kind of think about too, your goal for it for the future. I had a big vision in mind that I wanted to leave my job. And so that helps me to push that much harder. Because I knew that I didn't want to be sitting in a classroom today when school started. So, it kind of helps you to just kind of visualize what you want for your business, whether it's just a hobby, which is totally fine, or whether it's something that you hope that will take you out of your full-time job, which is cool. So just thought I would share that with you, but definitely go at that page. It's Beachbody Champions. I think I added a lot of you to it, but if you're not in it, go add yourself because it's super awesome and she gives a lot of really great tips. Today she gave tips on inviting. So go check that out too. Okay, what else? I'm going to stop sharing so I can see all your faces. Okay, so the next thing I want to go over really quickly, and then we'll be ready to go ahead and let you guys ask questions, is some shout outs. So there's always a lot of stuff going on, and our team has gotten so huge now that we're one coach away from having 200 people in our team, guys. That's awesome. That is really cool. So that is because of all of you and all of your duplication and all of your awesomeness and getting more people interested in what we're doing, which is really, really cool. So that's number one. And then, okay, I have a Success Club shout out for Jenny, who is already at 8 Success Club points and has volume out the wazoo, and it's only the 5th day of the month, which is awesome. So she is working really hard to reach out and send those personal invites for our Team Cup team. So woo, go Jenny, that helps us. Okay. If I'm missing somebody here, then I'm really sorry. It could be my prego brain, or it could be that I just overlooked it. But Lauren and Chrissy, I think, are the only coaches this week that have added a new coach. Is that true? Did anyone else add a new coach this week that I missed? Okay, so they added some new coaches in this week, which is awesome. Jessie, when she listens to this call, or if she's already on, she's 1-star qualifying, which is so cool. So she'll be 2-star pretty soon, which is awesome. She's our first 1-star and 2-star. Okay, projected to go Emerald tomorrow. So our 2 newest Emerald coaches are most likely, if everything goes as planned, Nancy Gonzalez, and that is Mary Catherine's coach. Nancy, are you on here? Where are you? Yeah, girl, there you are. And Megan's coach, Julie, if we can get her one coach switched over in time, then she will be Emerald tomorrow. So that is awesome. She's a new coach as of last week or something like that. Then there are quite a few of you who could go Emerald, who I went through, and you are ones who could go Emerald tomorrow if you were to sign up a spouse or a family member or something, or by the 19th. You've got plenty of time. But people who are already there with one coach signed up, that's Kristen and Ashley and Celia and Megan and Lauren McClintock. You're there. Actually, you might be there tomorrow, right? You have a discount coach possibly. Awesome. Abby and Marla, you guys are all so close, and I'm sure there's others, but that was quickly in my downline. And then we have our newest diamond tomorrow, which is Mary Catherine, and I'm so pumped for her. She's worked really hard for this. And then Chrissy is almost there. She just needs 2 emeralds on her team, and she is set to go as well. So those are just some big shout outs that I was looking at in my downline today. But other than that, that is all I have for you today before I go out of breath and start sweating because it's really hot in here. I don't know why. But I want to check in with you guys about, so you can take yourself off and mute if you have a question or whatever. But one, about if anyone has questions about Team Cup, or I want to hear maybe from some of the captains, tell me how your Team Cup teams are going, or if you guys need suggestions or anything. And then also just any questions you have for me. So shoot, your turn. Anyone, you can raise your hand and I can unmute you if you have a question. So I can see you. I can see all of you guys, I think. Nobody has a question?
I have one.
Oh, Ashley does. Okay.
Mine's actually about the Achieve in August.
Yeah.
Are you putting out a, like we did last time, where we each had certain days to post? Are you
Good
putting
question.
that out?
That was on my list and I totally overlooked it. Okay. Thank you, Ashley. Yes, so Achieve in August starts on the 10th. I was talking to my success partner, Acacia, and she and I were talking about kind of how we liked, the way that we did the post last month, where we had them all kind of buffered out and other people posted, and then the girls in the group were only allowed to comment, not post. We kind of had to talk about what we thought about that. And actually, I want to hear from you guys too. I personally like the format. I like how it's nice, neat, and clean, but it doesn't allow for people that are actually challengers to post like their videos and their, a couple pictures or just one. I felt like I had a harder time being, like engaged and really like feeling like I had a connection with my challengers. Did any of you guys feel that same way from the format that we did last month?
I did. I felt like I couldn't connect.
Okay, cool. So we felt the same way. So my suggestion to you is we're going to try to pair off in like groups of like 2 or 3 coaches like we normally do. A lot of you guys have success partners. If you're a newer coach, success partner is basically just somebody who you've kind of connected with from maybe being at the same point in your business, being a new coach. Or, if you're some of my earlier coaches, you guys have kind of found success partners, or you've maybe done a free challenge together and you had the same style or the same posting style. So you kind of chosen to pair up together. If you have not found somebody who you think that you could work really well with, there is a group in Team Inspiration in our big upline team. That is devoted purely to success partners. So it's just a place where you can find somebody and say, kind of like a dating ad, and be like, hey, I'm Ashley, and these are my goals, and this is what I'm like, and here's an example of my posting style. If you want me, come get me, kind of thing. So you can do that in Team Inspiration if you're still looking for somebody, or reach out to me. Maybe you can share some of your goals with me, and I can think of if any of my coaches kind of have the same pair up. But when you're thinking about somebody that you're working with, you want to think about, do you like the way that they post? If their style is not yours, then don't work with them. It's just going to annoy you. If you don't get along with them, if their personality clashes with yours, don't work with them. It's going to make it not enjoyable. So think about somebody who has the same goals. If you're only wanting to be kind of like a hobby coach and just post here and there, then don't sign up. Don't say that you want to be a success partner with somebody who's like wanting to get out of their job and wants to make this a full-time business and is like going really hard at it, because you're not going to line up in how much you're really putting into it. So be thinking about that. But so for August, we're going to pair off into groups of like 2 or 3 coaches like we always do. We have a posting schedule, so you'll be able to use it at your leisure if you want to change it or you want to do something different to it. By all means, make a copy and do what you want to do to it. Acacia and I personally are only going to do 2 posts a day. We're going to do the morning post, and then we're going to do the afternoon or the evening Vital Threes post, where you ask about their water, you ask about their food, and then you ask about their workout. And those 2 posts are going to be buffered by us in our team group or whatever that we do. But then we're also going to leave it open for all challengers to post. So, because we really missed out on having everyone being able to share and everything, because otherwise they were only able to comment underneath everything, and it was hard for you to tag them and comment back and make sure that they felt supported. So it's just going to be like a group that's just completely open. If you're in the size group, it'll be like that, but we'll have some other coach posts in there. So if you're one of my newer coaches, and I already told you that you could hop in my group and just kind of be a fly on the wall or kind of learn about them, then don't worry, you'll be good to go in there. But I do encourage some of you who have at least been coaching for a few weeks to hop on with another coach, so you guys can kind of start being able to post a little bit and get going and getting your feet, wet in that. So any questions about that? No? Someone else, I think, had another question before Ashley asked her.
I do.
Yeah, Emily.
I have a problem. I do understand. I don't know how to jump into the whole Instagram thing. Like, I know I don't comment if people like on it, but if someone comments, like, I just made a post about how I was listening to Sean T's National Wake Up Call, and I was waiting for our team call to start, and I was talking about what coaching has done for me, and this woman responds, yes. That wasn't an answer to the question of, like, what could coaching do for you? It's just yes. So I don't know where to go from that. Do I just say, like, give her a thumbs up comment? Because I know whenever, you know, like, you have the It Works people and you like something and the next thing you know, you're, like, bombarded in your inbox, drives me insane. I'm like, no, thank you. And I never like their stuff. I make it a point to never like their stuff because I'm afraid of getting another message.
I'm laughing because in our push to diamond thread at all my girls that are pushing for diamond right now, we have this conversation all the time because we get posts from other Beachbody coaches that will be like, yes.
I know. That's what I always
Oh
look
God.
for.
And you're like, what does that even mean? So I totally ignore those comments. But it's me. I mean, if they look like they have a legit profile and like they like maybe could be interested in something, feel free to direct message them. But when they're like really cheesy comments like that and like give me no fulfillment,
Yeah.
I don't
That's
listen to them.
it.
I don't say
I
anything.
never know what to do. Like, if someone would be like, that's what I want, I could be like, I could work with that. Yes. I'm like,
It is not just you, believe us.
yes to what?
We all get really weird comments from people. And like Jessie, because her abs are like rocking. She'll get like really creepy guy comments and stuff. And we just have to go be like, Jessie, report that. We go report that.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, Instagram is such an interesting network. It's so much bigger than Facebook and just so different, you know, that you can't really filter through all those crazy comments from people. So obviously if it's like something inappropriate, delete it because you don't want people to go to your profile and think that you're like a fake profile too. And then other than that, definitely, I mean, to build like a following and stuff, really go through and look at some of the hashtags, you know, things that are kind of in your niche and things that are, you know, related to you. You know, for me, like I go look through maternity hashtags and, you know, fit moms and fit pregnancies and all kinds of stuff like that. And I go and kind of just like pictures over there. So then, you know, they're seeing me like their pictures and they might be like, who's Ashley Smith Fitness? Why is she liking my picture? And then they might come to my profile, see that they like it, and start following me. So I encourage you just to kind of reach out and think about what your, you know, who are you? Who's Emily? What kind of things are specific about me? And start looking at hashtags like that and just start kind of liking or commenting on different people's pictures. And that'll start to create more of a following that's actually geared towards you and towards maybe possibly being an interested, you know, client later on in the future. But little comments like that, I just ignore them because they're usually kind of empty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other questions?
I have a small question about our Beachbody profile page.
Yes.
The last thing I had to fill out to be an Emerald, and my picture's upside down, and I can't figure out how to flip it right side up. There isn't like a little turny thing. And also, I don't know my measurement before and afters. Can I lie on those? How crucial is that?
I don't even have mine on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have like the minimum, really. It's like, I think it's like 73% filled in is what it says. So.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the last thing I needed to be an Emerald, to have it like 100% complete.
So I was talking to Mary Catherine about you earlier. We were trying to make sure you were good. Go into your back office and go to My Business and then go to My Lead Qualification Status.
Okay.
You can message me either later or if you get it before we're off this call, let me know what it says.
Okay.
Because we want to see that you have all yeses in green, minus the coach connection. That's only for diamonds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
What else? Anything else?
I've got one.
Yeah.
Oh, was there somebody else?
No, you're good. Go.
Okay. I don't really know how to word this. I'm trying to figure out a way to get organized with reaching out to challengers and really making things customized for them, or just anyone in general that wants to get fit and have a nutrition plan. I'm kind of curious, like, do you have a way that you do that aside from the challenge groups, just so you're genuinely like coaching people? Does that make sense?
Kind of. So are these people already your challengers or are they?
I have some that are, and then some that are only interested in, say, size, the 21-day fix, but they keep telling me like they really want to get fit. And I'm like, you know, of course I want to be able to customize a plan for you and hold them accountable. So hopefully later, you know, they come back. and some seem like they might want to coach later. So I really want to keep that going.
Right. Two things. So one thing that's twofold. I'll tell you what I'm about to start doing, and then also tell you what some coaches already do. A lot of coaches, and actually, Alicia, tell me if you started this with yours, but or whoever, I think it was Alicia, maybe a couple of you, but some girls, after they host a challenge group, they will have another group where girls can filter into that. And it's kind of like a place, like almost like a wellness group, like just a place where you can continue to support them so that you're still in contact with them. You can still kind of give them, maybe if you came up with a really cool 7-day clean eating plan, you can post it in there and be like, hey girls, I just wanted to share with you this new, clean eating plan. You were a past challenger of mine, or maybe they're taking a month off or something like that. That way you're still kind of in connection with them, and it's not necessarily having to be all these individual messages and individual people you're having to keep up with, because that's just a lot for anybody. But, so that way they're still feeling like you're supporting them. And then obviously always let them know that they can reach out to you personally if they need help kind of personalizing and customizing something. But that's a really great way to kind of keep either past challengers or people who even maybe they can't afford to join right now, but they really, really want some help and support. And that's a great way for them to be able to be in there and see other posts, so when you check in or when you post every day about your workout, you can post it in there too and just still be keeping the momentum going. But it kind of just becomes like a community. If any of you watch that Amy, what's her last name? Why am I forgetting her last name?
Silverman.
Thank you. Silverstein. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Amy Silverman. If you watched her video that I posted, she does something like that, and she calls it her wellness group, and it is basically like a place for anyone who, the only way that they have to get in there is they have to have bought a challenge pack at some point or another, or like a program or something. And she basically, that's her challenge group. Like, she does not have these theme groups that she does every month. She has that one group, and she lets everyone go in there, and it becomes a community. Not only are you getting to kind of, you can post here and there, but like I was talking to Jenny before this, and we're like, a lot of times there's just so many emails that we send and so many follow-ups that we're sending to people. And then it's like, and then you've got a challenge group, and then you're trying to invite, and it's kind of like a lot to juggle. And so that was what Amy was talking about. She felt that same way. And so she created just one big group. You get in through buying something from her, and she kind of posts here and there, but it becomes a community where everyone's supporting each other. Girls are, if they buy a new program, they're posting about it and sharing about it, and people are popping up in her back office buying new things and stuff because they're learning from other people, and everyone's kind of supporting each other. And she said a lot of times those girls will end up being coaches, either one for the discount, or two, because they're all part of your team. They've all been working with you, and they see that kind of community, and they see when a new coach is added and that kind of thing. So that's something that I'm going to be kind of moving towards, I think, in my business, just to make it a little bit more manageable. And just, I like the community feel. I think when you really encourage people to comment and share on each other's pictures and stuff, and when they get that support, that's when you start seeing people turn into coaches, and you start seeing people really loving the products and seeing those results and stuff like that. So I don't know if that helped answer your question at all.
No, it really does. That's perfect. Because I was already getting overwhelmed with the 8 or 10 people I have right now that I'm talking to. And I was like, what's it going to be like when it grows even bigger?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's hard to keep up with a lot of individual messages. So if you were to have, one group that it maybe doesn't have to be where you quit what you're doing now with challenge groups, but just have maybe like a separate little group that could be, it could even be like Marla's support group, or, or when you have a team name, the Inspiration Crew Wellness Group, or I don't know, whatever you want to name it, something fun. And then just have anybody past, or, anyone who just really needs support. It's your business, so they don't have to buy anything if they don't want to, and you can help support them there. It just makes it more of a group atmosphere so that you're not like going crazy with a million messages.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Alicia, did you make a separate group for your girls? I can't remember I thought it was you, but maybe not.
Yeah, it was me, and Erin is in it, so she can kind of attest to. I only have, I think, 10 girls in there, and Erin, who's one of my coaches, and maybe 1 or 2 other girls are the only ones ever posting. No matter what I tried to do, I tried to like run a full challenge group in there with them, and it wasn't really working for me. So Erin and I have actually been talking about how we can change it. And we were talking about maybe opening it up to anybody that is just interested in fitness, kind of like Acacia's
Her
Crunchy Fitness. Yeah. So it's just kind of open to everybody, and it's just a fitness community, like you were saying, because with 10 people and only 2 or 3 people posting every now and then, it was just not really working.
Great idea. I know that Acacia and hers, Acacia, for those of you who don't know, is my success partner. She's not on our team, but her upline is on our big team, Inspiration. But she will do that. Anyone can join it that's just interested in it, and it's kind of like her accountability. And she just posts like maybe like once or twice a week in there, just like a fun recipe or maybe her workout or something like that. Never post about Beachbody, but then she's got once a month where she allows anyone to post about their business in there. So if somebody wanted to like share about, essential oils or something, or she made a post, or she's going to make a post about coaching in there, because there's one day, it's like one Friday a month where they're allowed to share about their business. And so she'll share about Beachbody and be able to, so then the whole month, she's been sharing through her post and through her workouts that she's been doing. She's been using the names 21 Day Fitness or 21 Day Fix and T25 and all that kind of stuff. But then, she hasn't been pressuring anyone to buy anything, but they've just been seeing her results and stuff through that. And then she'll make a post once a month about coaching or about, joining a challenge group or something like that. So that's another option if you guys are wanting to kind of have a separate page where you just let people in that need support. A lot of people, and I have girls that I have on a thread that I message that are people who just couldn't afford a program or whatever, and they just kind of need some support and accountability, and that works for them, so just kind of figure out what works for you. But you definitely don't have to stick to just challenge groups. Having a separate group is a great way to keep those relationships going. And that's why I think I'm going to start my wellness group in the next month or so, just to kind of make it, the community is what really, Nicole, is Zach making you laugh? I can see you laughing. But the community is what really changes things for people, when they feel supported by you, but also by other people. That's why we're all here. We feel supported by each other. We're a team. And if you were all alone in this business, it would not be very fun. So that's what's huge for people, whether it's just their fitness journey or coaching or whatever. Anything else?
I have a quick question.
Yes, Lauren.
So I have a success partner now, and she's on Acacia's team, actually.
Okay.
And we want to do our Achieve It August together, but neither one of us are ready to be on our own yet.
Yes,
so
you totally are.
She doesn't want to, she doesn't even want to do the free group with me by herself. I was like, I will schedule. She's just so nervous about
Katie?
not having time. So I don't when when you guys are putting groups together, can I message you about that so you can? I mean, I feel like we're ready because I feel like we could put a schedule together, but I don't want to put her out of her comfort zone too much.
The thing is that any of you new coaches who are on here and are like, oh my gosh, I can't host a group, I cannot do this. Yes, you can. I give you literally everything. So you will legitimately have the entire month looking at you, and you will see every day, August 10th, all the way through when we finish in September, you will see the full post with the exact writing that you could post with a picture. So I give you everything. It's literally foolproof. So if you're and I'm not saying that to be you guys are dumb. I'm just saying that I really am here to help you. So I try to make it as easy as possible for you. I know that you're all busy. I know that you all have other jobs and stuff. So doing that and working together with a couple coaches a month to put that schedule together is so much easier for you guys. So you have the graphic, you have what to post. Go get the Buffer app so you can schedule out your posts. And you're done. You don't even have to think about it. And then all you do in those groups is just check in with your workout. So when you post on Facebook, go post in the group too, so that people see that you're doing your workout and you're just being another participant in that group. So, but if you have questions, message me. And my newbie coaches, you guys can absolutely jump in on mine just to kind of see, how it goes and that kind of thing. But anything else before we are done? Well, we've done pretty good. We've been just at 30 minutes.
Ashley, have you made the Achieve It August posting schedule?
Yes, but I think we have 1 week left, so I might share it with you and you can help me out since I'm all over the place right now. But it's almost done. Michelle helps with a lot of it, so it's great before her little sweet bundle of joy arrived yesterday. He's so cute. We miss you, Michelle, if you listen to this later. Anything else? You guys can always message me. You guys are doing good about sending me questions and stuff. So please, please, please always ask questions so that I can help you and support you, because you should not be sitting there being confused. I can always help you. Christina or somebody on the phone, I think, was going to talk. Anyone? No? Maybe not. Okay, nothing else? Nobody has any other questions? So this week, basically, just be focusing on continuing to check in, share about coaching at one point or another, because that will make it just so people are kind of seeing what you're doing, and most of you are already doing that through just your daily posts and your daily sharing about things. And then we'll be having our open house halfway through next week, just to kind of get that little push for anyone who's really, really pushing for Emerald, and then those few that are really pushing for Diamond by the 19th. So that's your goal, though. All of you can have Emerald by the 19th if you wanted it. And
I have another question. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's okay.
The last open house I had a girl that was interested, and she approached me. I didn't even think about it. I just let her challenge back. And I think I've talked to you about this, and I've talked to the group I'm in right now. And so she's like, I want to sign up as a coach. And I was like, oh, okay, awesome. I was like, well, let me get you in the open house. Well, she gets to the open house, and then she's like, I'm definitely going to sign up. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, like, just let me know whenever you do so that I can put you down for your waiver so you can get your money back, because she done the challenge back. Well, then nothing. And so I was talking to the girls I'm in the group with, and I'm like, what should I do? And they're like, just bring it up again. And so I brought it up again in like a nonchalant way, because I don't want to sound salesy at all or anything like that. And so she's like, oh, yeah. She's like, totally. She goes, it's just been kind of crazy. She goes, I'll sign up tonight. And that was like a week ago.
Honestly,
I just let it go.
No, if there is one thing that I have learned from watching videos and from being in all of my leader pages since being a Diamond and above, if you talk to any of the top coaches, they will tell you that if you are not being like rude and you're not being like, you know, nagging at them and following up, it honestly doesn't matter how many times you follow up with them, because you're not being rude about it. You know, it doesn't, to me, I forget things all the time. So if somebody, I mean, sometimes you guys would be like, hey, just checking in. Did you get my message? Did you get my question? I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, and you might have told me 3 times. And to me, like, that does not make me feel like you're being rude at all.
Yeah.
So it's really all in the way that you approach it. I mean, honestly, that kind of situation, I would reach out again and just be like, hey, I was just, you know, going, and I do that every week because I go back through people who I haven't heard from who do that same thing. And it may be that she pulls that for a month, and then eventually she ends up becoming one of your awesome coaches. But, you know, you just can never tell. People have crazy lives, and they got stuff that comes up, and it just, they forget about it. You know, think about how many things that you forget about doing, you know, by the time you get to 9 o'clock at night, and then it's like the last thing that's on your mind unless someone was to remind you. So to me, I just always say, you know, hey, I was going back through all my messages and kind of, you know, reaching out to everyone who I was talking to last week. And I just wanted you to know I haven't forgotten about you. If you're still interested in coaching, you know, please let me know if there's anything I can do to make it easier for you to sign up. You know, I'm here and I'm excited for your coaching journey to start, or something like that. To me, that does not sound rude. It doesn't sound like you're nagging at her or anything. You're just genuinely saying, hey, I just remembered you wanted to sign up, and I'm just checking back through with everybody. So just wanted to
trying to think of ways to say it, because I was like, I sent her a message on Tuesday because she's in the challenge group now, and she comments in the challenge group that we're doing. And I was like, hey, you know, we have our bi-monthly challenge coaching call coming up. If you want to get in on that, just let me know. And she hasn't responded. So I'm like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want to push her or anything. And I know like the kids are starting school and stuff.
Yeah, so just maybe wait for the rest of the week, and maybe when the open house comes back around, reach out to her.
Yeah.
It'll be next week. So, yeah, just remember for anybody, because I always get questions about that from you guys about like, oh my gosh, how do I follow up without sounding rude? You know, every top coach that I've talked to is literally like, it doesn't matter how many times you reach out. If you're not being rude or being nagging or trying to be like, hey, you got to buy like right now, people aren't going to think, they're not going to be put off by you. If you're not trying to put them off, they're not going to be put off by you at all. So just remember that you're being genuine and just wanting to kind of check in with them.
Ashley, what's the name of the girl whose video you posted in our team page? It was like the week before, like a couple days before July ended, and it was just about a follow up. It's about like following up.
Oh yeah.
Power of the follow-up. Sorry.
What's that?
Oh my gosh, what's her
Is that
name?
Amy?
No.
Is it the power of the follow-up?
I'm scrolling back through because I cannot remember
I was
her
gonna
name.
say I'll pull it up, but if you all can get a look at that, it's a wonderful video on how to follow up, and
Okay, I
you
just-
can share a little bit something.
I just commented on it so that you guys, it'll be bumped back to the top. It was a girl that I had just found on YouTube, and it's not anyone like top 10 or anything, but she's just awesome. And she's really cute, really like bubbly. And,
Bubbly.
Is it Bonnie Engel?
Bonnie,
gosh,
yes.
There you go. Mhm.
So definitely go watch that. Like Laura said, it's a great one. And Laura, she posted what's her name? Mindy Winder, who Mindy Winder is our upline above Micah. And she is awesome too. She gave a checklist. Actually, I have it printed out too of things. This, you may have different goals, and this is just her 6-figure checklist. She pulled from a bunch of top coaches and, what do they do daily to be successful? And so, she gives you like a whole list of things. And so if you want to print that out, that's just good to know. Obviously I'm not even in this to be like some top coach or anything, but I do want it to be able to carry in a full-time income at some point. And so it just gives you a bunch of just little like checklists and kind of things. You can kind of check off the things that you are doing consistently, and then things that you're not doing, be honest, so that you have something to kind of work towards. So that was kind of a good like reality check for me, as I have my own goals and my own things to push for. So that was great that Laura posted that, and I can have her comment, or I can comment on it. We bump it back up too, because that was a great one to just kind of give yourself something to kind of know what should I be doing daily to just be successful at this, not even to be some crazy 6-figure earner, which would be awesome, but we all love that. But, just to be successful, make sure that you're being as efficient as you can be.
I have something really quick. I just went to the calendar because I have the old August calendar, and I started trying to edit it just by writing it in. It was too much. And it won't let me download it from the drive. It'll only let me print it, and it just printed in all black, so I can't really read it. Is that happening to anybody else?
What?
Yeah, well, I don't know why. I've been trying like the whole time we've been on the phone, and I can't download it. It only will let me print. It's so weird. And I even renamed it and tried to open it again.
For real? It's awesome. It's editable and everything for you guys. So you should literally be able, like I showed you there, you should literally be able to click it, make a copy, and start.
And it's all black. Is that like only happening for me?
Under the monthly calendars?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see that. I don't know.
Check your settings for printing. That might be part of it.
I was like, maybe your printer's broken.
No, it's like
I did it in college one time, so maybe that's what
I
it
know, I don't know.
well, when I open every single calendar that I open, like when I click it, it's all black before I print it. I don't know what's going on. Can somebody like post just the calendar maybe?
Sure.
Sorry.
That's okay.
You're not clicking
I
in
don't
it,
know
right?
why, because the last one I printed, the old one printed white, so I don't know.
You didn't click inside of it, right?
I'm sorry.
When I click inside of it, it's like it highlights the whole document, so make sure you're not clicking inside of it.
Mm,
Did that do anything?
no, it's so weird. It's like neon and black. I don't know.
Post it again. That's weird.
I don't know.
Message me after this and we'll work on that.
Okay.
Okay, anyone else have
Sorry.
so I don't keep you all nice and go see your hubbies or fiancés or boyfriends or babies or kids or whoever you're hanging out with or roommates? Anything else?
Dogs.
Awesome. Yeah, your dogs, your puppies. Anyone? Your workout? Sean T maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on my energy to get there in a minute. Okay, awesome. Well, oh wait, we gotta take a selfie. Hold on, hold up. Okay. When I say go, we're gonna smile. All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Awesome. I'll post that if anyone wants to use it, or unless you got one too. Someone got one of me last time, and I was like, There's a lot of weird face off. Cool. Good job. Good job. All right. Love you guys. Have a great night. Let me know if you have any questions about anything. See ya.
Thanks, Ash.
Bye.
Thanks, Ashley.